Here's a really quick review of this reference page. I'll often call it the orange page because if you got a copy of it on the first day, I made it in orange, but yours might be white depending on whether you printed it a little bit later. So it's called Rhythm and Hungarian Time Names at the very top, and it's a reference page. It helps you to see how to write the different notes and how those notes are divided up. Okay, so please make sure you have a copy of this page. You're going to use it a lot and you can use it on the next test. So the first section here shows you a few things: a whole note, what it looks like, how many beats it is, and how we use Hungarian time names, as well as the cup. We haven't done any cup activity, so don't worry about that. Half note looks like that, 2 beats, ta-ah, okay. Quarter note looks like that, 1 beat, ta. Eighth note looks like that, half a beat, we say T, 1 by itself. 16th note, and we might just say tier for 1. You'll get them in groups of 2, tier-y. All right. The next section there is exactly the same thing except of what they look like as rests. So that's a whole note as a rest. It's a whole rest, half rest, quarter rest, eighth rest, 16th rest. On the next side, it shows us a chart of how the different notes are broken down. So there's a whole note, and I kept it like that for you to see. That's the longest. Half note, okay, those 2 half notes add up to the same thing, same length as a whole note. Okay, you can see the quarter notes, eighth notes, 16th notes. How many 16th notes in a measure? 16. So that's where that term 16 comes from. How many eighth notes in a measure? 8. How many quarter notes? 4. How many half notes? 2. So it's confusing because the notes are named by how much space they take up in a measure, whereas we often talk about the value in terms of beats. So a quarter note is only 1 beat, but it's called a quarter note. The last section here is a little more advanced, and this is for people, maybe the oldies, or as we get into grade 10 and 11, start to add some different rhythms in. All right, all of these rhythms here, each of them are worth 1 beat, and you can insert each of these into 1 beat. We've also talked about dotted notes. Okay, so a dotted half note is a half note plus a quarter note, and we'll do some more dots later. So there is a quick review of the orange page.